Welcome to a new video, and thanks for being here today. Have you noticed subtle changes in your body lately, but dismissed them as just normal aging? Many of us assume that the end of life happens suddenly, but the truth is that our bodies often send quiet signals months, sometimes even a full year, before life reaches its final stage. The problem is that most of us miss these signs because they seem minor at first. It's only later that we or our families realize the clues were there all along. By then, it's too late to prepare properly, too late to have important conversations, and too late to make those final moments count. In this video, I'll discuss 5 subtle yet significant signs that often appear in the year before an elderly person's life ends. Some might be changes you've noticed, but brushed off as just getting older. Others might be signals that seem insignificant, but actually indicate your body's gradual transition. This video provides educational information. Only a healthcare professional can evaluate your specific situation and provide appropriate guidance for your unique needs. Recognizing these signs early gives you the opportunity to make informed decisions, have meaningful conversations with loved ones, and most importantly, ensure that your final stage of life is filled with comfort, dignity, and peace. Stay with me until the end, because understanding these 5 signs can help you prepare, both emotionally and practically, for what's ahead. When you recognize what's happening, you won't be caught off guard. You'll be able to make the most of the time you have left with those you love. Now let's begin with the first sign. Sign 1. Unexplained weight loss and appetite changes. Have you noticed your clothes fitting looser lately, even though you haven't been trying to lose weight? Perhaps you've found yourself feeling full after just a few bites of food, or you've lost interest in meals you once enjoyed. This unexplained weight loss is one of the earliest and most telling signs that your body may be entering its final year. Research published in the Journal of General Internal Medicine shows that losing more than 5% of your body weight over 6 to 12 months without trying can be a significant predictor of reduced life expectancy in older adults. You might think it's just part of getting older, but there's a deeper process at work. Your body begins changing how it processes nutrients. Your digestive system becomes less efficient. Your metabolism slows, and your body may no longer effectively absorb important vitamins and minerals. Many people also experience a fundamental shift in how their brain regulates hunger and satisfaction signals. This isn't just about appearance or fitting into your clothes. It's about your body signaling a deeper transition. The good news is that recognizing this change allows you to address it thoughtfully. If you've noticed yourself eating less or losing weight without trying, don't simply dismiss it. Consider speaking with your doctor. And in the meantime, focus on nutrition-dense foods that provide maximum benefit in smaller portions. Small, frequent meals may be easier to manage than 3 large ones. The goal isn't to force yourself to eat, but to nourish your body as comfortably as possible during this transition. Sign 2. Profound fatigue that rest doesn't improve. Have you found yourself feeling unusually tired lately, even after a full night's sleep? Perhaps activities that were once routine now leave you exhausted, or you've noticed yourself needing more naps during the day. This isn't the normal tiredness that comes after a busy day. It's a deep, persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. Research published in the American Journal of Hospice and Palliative Medicine has shown that this kind of increasing fatigue often appears 8 to 12 months before the end of life. You might have dismissed this fatigue, thinking, I'm just getting older, or I must be doing too much. But what's actually happening is that as your vital organs begin functioning less efficiently, your body conserves energy for essential processes. Simple tasks like getting dressed, preparing a meal, or even carrying on a conversation may suddenly seem exhausting. You might find yourself sleeping more during the day, or feeling like you need to rest after activities that never tired you before. This isn't about laziness or lack of willpower. It's your body telling you something important. Instead of pushing yourself to maintain the same pace as before, listen to what your body needs. Prioritize activities that bring you joy and meaning, and don't hesitate to rest when you need to. Reserve your energy for what matters most to you, whether that's conversations with loved ones, enjoying favorite hobbies, or simply sitting in a comfortable place watching the world go by. Quality of experience now becomes more important than quantity of activity. If you're finding this information valuable, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps us continue creating content that can truly make a difference in how you navigate this important stage of life. Now let's continue with our next important sign. Sign 3. Changes in your social preferences and mental clarity. Have you noticed yourself pulling back from social activities you once enjoyed? Perhaps you've found phone calls more tiring than before, or large gatherings now seem overwhelming rather than energizing. At the same time, you might have experienced moments of confusion, particularly in the evenings, or found it harder to follow complex conversations or remember recent events. These changes aren't just coincidental. They're connected to important transitions happening in your body. Studies published in the Journal of Palliative Medicine have shown that social withdrawal often begins 4 to 8 months before the end of life. This isn't simply a mood change or growing introversion. It's related to your body's declining energy and your brain's changing function. You may find that social interactions require more energy than they used to, or that you prefer quieter, simpler forms of connection with just 1 or 2 people at a time. Your mind might feel clearer in the mornings, but more confused or foggy as the day progresses. These changes aren't signs of failure or something to feel embarrassed about. They're natural transitions that many people experience in their final year of life. Understanding them can help you adapt and find new ways to connect that feel comfortable for you. Instead of large gatherings, you might prefer sitting quietly with a loved one, holding hands, or sharing memories. Rather than long conversations, shorter, more meaningful exchanges might feel better. Don't push yourself to socialize in ways that deplete you. Your comfort and peace of mind are what matter now. Sign 4. Subtle changes in your breathing and circulation. Have you noticed changes in your breathing lately? Perhaps you occasionally find yourself taking shorter breaths, or sometimes feeling like you need to catch your breath after minimal exertion. Maybe you found your hands and feet feeling cooler than before, even in warm environments. These subtle changes in breathing and circulation may seem minor, but research published in the American Journal of Nursing has documented that they often begin appearing 3 to 6 months before the end of life. You might notice your breathing becoming slightly shallower or less regular. There might be occasional pauses between breaths that weren't there before. These aren't typically dramatic changes that leave you gasping for air. They're subtle shifts in your respiratory pattern that you might only notice if you pay close attention. Along with breathing changes, you may find your extremities, particularly your hands, feet, and sometimes your nose or ears, feeling cooler to the touch. You might notice a slight bluish or mottled appearance to your skin, especially around fingers and toes. These changes happen because your body naturally redirects blood flow to vital organs, reducing circulation to the extremities. Many people attribute these symptoms to poor circulation, anemia, or simply getting old, without recognizing them as part of a broader pattern. If you've noticed these breathing or circulation changes, focus on comfort. Keep your environment at a temperature that feels good to you. Use extra layers for warmth on your hands and feet, and don't hesitate to rest whenever you feel short of breath. These simple adjustments can make a significant difference in your daily comfort. Sign 5. More frequent infections and slower recovery. Have you found yourself catching more colds lately? Or perhaps you've noticed that small cuts or bruises take much longer to heal than they used to. Maybe you've experienced recurring infections like urinary tract infections or respiratory infections that seem to linger longer than they should. Medical research published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society has shown that as the body approaches its final stage, the immune system becomes less effective at fighting off pathogens. This leads to more frequent infections, and each infection takes longer to resolve than it would have previously. What might have been a minor cold in the past might now linger for weeks. Small skin injuries may take significantly longer to heal, and you may not respond to antibiotics as quickly as you once did. It's easy to view each infection as a separate, isolated event, just another cold or another UTI. However, when these infections start occurring more frequently and your recovery time lengthens, it's often a sign that your body's natural defenses are weakening. This doesn't mean you should stop seeking treatment for infections. Proper medical care remains important. However, understanding this pattern can help you take extra precautions to prevent infections in the first place. Good hand hygiene, avoiding crowds during flu season, and careful attention to small wounds can help reduce your risk. What these signs mean for your life now. As we've discussed these 5 subtle signs: weight loss, increased fatigue, social withdrawal, breathing, circulation changes, and frequent infections, you might be wondering what they mean for you and what steps you should take. First, remember that these signs don't necessarily mean that death is imminent, but they do suggest that your body is undergoing significant changes. Recognizing them early allows you to focus on what matters most to you during this time. This knowledge isn't meant to frighten you, but to empower you. When you understand what's happening in your body, you can make informed decisions about your care, your time, and your relationships. You can prioritize experiences that bring you joy and meaning, have important conversations with loved ones, and ensure that your wishes are known and respected. Many people find that this awareness brings a sense of peace and purpose to their final months. It allows them to focus on completing important life tasks, resolving unfinished business, expressing love and appreciation, and finding closure in relationships. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below sharing one insight you gained from this video and how you might use this information. Your perspective is valuable, not just to me, but to others watching who may be experiencing similar changes. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might benefit from this information. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.